Hi there. It's Administrator Millie, and you've been called into my office today because you are, according to my records, showing high levels of burnout, stress, brain rot, and laziness. School is stressful. You have no interest in your hobbies anymore. How are you supposed to pursue creative projects, figure out your career, and also care for yourself and your mental health amidst all of this craziness? As the administrator of Millie HQ, and the Lily family, I'm in charge of your well-being. Because trust me, I have been in the exact same place that you are. And I probably still will be in like a few days. But I have developed a couple of key coping mechanisms because you know what? I study this shit. That's right. I'm a cognitive science major. How do we establish ways to feed our inner selves and fight the burnout monster? I'm gonna level with you all. Yeah, I know I just put on my glasses, but I'm taking them off now. I am perhaps the most burnt out student in the history of burnout. I've been doing this shit for way too long. I'm a junior at Yale right now. That deadline is looking so far away even though I'm so close. It's like I'm so close yet I'm so far. Don't even know how I'm gonna survive another 3 final seasons. Yeah, it's gonna be dark. But I have developed some coping mechanisms and I will share them with you all today. So without further ado, here are 5 ways that I stay productive as a Yale student who is extremely burnt out and tired. Number 1, clarity over productivity. This is a broadly reaching principle that I've started to live my life by as of 2 months ago maybe, and it's honestly changed a lot for me. I was on the phone with my dad and he said this thing to me that's like a Chinese proverb. You can't just put your head down and work if you're a farmer. You have to look up and see the sky, look across your field of crops, understand the magnitude of what you're doing and what you're working towards. This rings true even if you're not a farmer. And I'm not a farmer, but it's true that I'm often just putting my head down and working on a laptop without really raising it up to see what this all is going toward. But this doesn't just apply to like short-term stuff. I'm talking about lifelong goals. Like, what is the ultimate thing that you want to achieve with your education? What is it that you want to be in 5 years, in 10 years? Is what you're doing right now going to help you achieve that? If you can map out why you're doing each and everything that you are doing within your life today, trace it towards some sort of overarching broader goal that you want to achieve by the end of your lifetime, you are going to feel way more motivated, way more passionate, and way less stressed. Everything you'll be doing is for a reason, and you know that reason. So rather than just being like extremely overly productive all the time, 24/7, just doing as much as you can, everything, choose clarity. It's okay to cut back. It's okay to do less than what other people around you are doing, as long as you know what you're doing is meaningful towards your end goals. This is more than just thinking sort of like every now and then when you have free time. You should set aside time to think about your goals, because trust me, those actually don't come naturally. I am 20 now and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life, and that's okay, but in order to combat that, I set aside time every day to sort of think about what am I doing? What do I want to do? What are some possible avenues to get there? What are some paths I want to explore post-grad, because that's coming up and I'm really scared. But yeah, don't just put your head down and work. Raise it up to look into the future. Future you will thank you. Number 2, maintain a routine of things completely unrelated to your necessary duties. By this, I mean maintain a routine of self-care, hanging out, of having fun, of being lazy every now and then because your body needs it. For me, this looks like honestly doing my makeup for 15 minutes every morning and putting on a cute outfit. That takes me 30 minutes of my time. Could I probably be studying or writing my essay or doing my job applications? Yeah, but you know what? I need to feed my soul. Mornings are especially important for routine. If there is one time of the day where it is so important to set things up for yourself, it is the time before 10 a.m. Honestly, what you do in the morning really does inform how the rest of your day goes. When I have a bad day, it is always because I am scrolling on TikTok for 1+ hour. More than 1 hour on TikTok immediately equals like low-key midday. So set yourself up for success. Establish good and fun routine in the morning that will keep you productive, but also makes you feel good and isn't too over demanding. It's not realistic to be like, oh, I want to start every morning like 800 push-ups and also finishing 3 assignments. Like, no girl, you're not gonna do that. Make it like a walk, getting one little task that you consider fun done. Also, people don't talk about how it's important to incorporate fun into a routine. I really admire one of my friends, Roy, for doing a great job of this. She designates time before her midterms to go on recreational walks and chooses 1 or 2 friends to invite on that walk because it takes her mind off the studying and makes her less stressed, so she feels more prepared in the zone when she's actually taking the midterm. So yeah, incorporate designated hangout time into your daily routine if you need it. Incorporate naps if that's what feeds your psyche. Nothing is is off limits in your routine, which is why I think so many people have problems with routines. I always thought routines had to be 100% productivity, so I never followed any of my routines when I got lazy. But you can incorporate your laziness into your routine so that way it becomes quantifiable, measurable, and therefore limited. Give yourself an hour or two a day to be lazy and to frolic, but outside of that designated time, you are grinding. You're getting shit done. And that is going to make you 10 times more effective at everything else that you're trying to do in the day. This really benefits how you perform in class too. Not starting the day with like 5 assignments and trying to get like a last minute essay done. I was actually focused in class and I incorporated into my routine. I would shut off my computer and only take notes in my iPad, therefore preventing myself from going off task and not even listening to the lecture. And speaking of note taking, you guys know that I take all of my notes on my iPad. I am a proud iPad kid, and it's not just because of the convenience of not having to carry around like 10,000 notebooks a day, but the thing that absolutely changed the game for me is getting a Paperlike screen protector. I have the Paperlike 3, which is their newest version, and it gives you that premium paper feel with ideal friction, consistent tactile resistance, and sensory feedback even. They use nanodots technology, which is tiny microbeads that create just the right amount of friction. And here's a bonus. It actually helps your Apple Pencil tip last 3 times longer than usual, which is huge if you're using your iPad as much as I do. I also have to shout out the new Butterfly application system. It's a redesigned installation method with the Paperlike 3 that eliminates the 3 biggest causes of screen protector flops: dust bubbles, misalignment, and unclear instructions. It does this by keeping the iPad surface sealed until the exact moment that the Paperlike is applied. Seriously, clean install, first try, no stress was my experience. And you still get full screen clarity afterwards. It doesn't make your display look fuzzy or cloudy at all. If you are an iPad person like me who uses it for notes, for drawing, for readings, Paperlike 3 is one of those upgrades that will be so worth it. You will feel it every single time you use that dang iPad. Link is in the description if you want to try it out. At the end of the day, we are paying for these classes, guys. Believe it or not, that's where your money is going to. So you better make it worth it, girl. Go to class. On to number 3. Listen to your body. What took me so long to realize was that things that I do to my body have a direct cause-effect sequence, actually. If I start my day eating like 3 donuts, I'm going to feel like shit, and that's just the way that it goes. I can't escape that. If I don't move my body for more than a week, I'm gonna feel depressed. It's literally science. So unfortunately, you have to listen to your body. If it is asking you to go to bed, go to bed. Guys, I low-key flunked my first linguistics midterm this year because I kept pulling all-nighters to try to study for it, and that literally backfired. If I had studied less, I might have been able to perform better. And don't slack on aspects of your life that aren't necessarily related to productivity. Something as simple as hydration. Are you drinking enough water every day? Be honest with yourself. Go and drink water right now, actually. It is these little things, little cues that you usually miss because you're not tuned into your body like that, because there are so many other immediate, high attention seeking demands within our lives that are constantly just being thrown at us. We entirely ignore what our body might be calling out for. So try to tune yourself more to your body. Act like it's a best friend that you need to take care of. On to number 4. Write down 1 new idea every day. This is something that I got from a guest talk recently. There was a famous TV director, Jude Wang, that visited Yale. She gave a talk at the Asian American Cultural Center. She's directed so much TV. Stuff for Fresh Off the Boat, The Summer I Turned Pretty, The Good Place. And one piece of advice she gave us was to write a new idea down every single day without slacking. In your notes app or just on a sticky note. Be constantly thinking about ways that you can elevate your life, things that you can do to change things up, business ideas, friend goals, little plots, crushes. Just write down a new idea. Keep yourself dreaming. Keep yourself envisioning possible alternate realities. This is especially important for creatives because we fuel ourselves off of coming up with new stuff. And when you're just consuming stuff, it is so hard to actually come up with something of your own. But when you make a habit of it every single day, you just get in the pattern of like, that's gonna inspire me. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna take that. Just write down any new idea. It doesn't have to be good. And eventually you will hit a gem. I believe in you. That's less productivity and more like creativity related, but I hope it's still helpful. And finally, 5. When all else fails, make a drastic change. Another guest speaker that came to Yale, actually to one of my classes, Maya Shankar, I ended up watching a lot of her videos online afterwards because I was just obsessed with her vibe. Like, she is so cool, guys. She started the behavioral sciences unit within the White House during the Obama administration and worked on like a bunch of different campaigns to use behavioral and psychological science to better the lives of Americans. And she graduated from Yale. And my professor, Lori Santos, shout out, is her mentor. So it's like, like a whole interconnected web. Honestly, search her up and just like learn a little bit about her because she is so talented. But what she talked about in one of her famous TED Talks was the power of change. Maya Shankar did some research on a bunch of different case studies regarding people who had undergone drastic life-changing experiences, whether that was loss of a loved one, some heavy stuff was there. But what she found was that when an unexpected change happens to us, it can also inspire lasting change within us. It changes our perspectives, our outlooks on life, what we value, how we define ourselves. All these things then end up shifting because of that change that happens onto us. So what she suggests we do to better ourselves is to actually make drastic changes. Don't be afraid to embrace that risk. This is what our 20s are for. To do shit that we will never get a chance to do once we have families and other things tying us down. In a healthy way though, don't do anything too crazy. When you're hitting your rock bottom, when you feel like everything is just flopping, that was honestly me like maybe 5 hours ago, do like a detox. I literally turned my phone off and didn't respond to any messages for the rest of the day, and I got my essay done, okay? That was what was plaguing me and I got it done. Drastic change can be revolutionary in small doses. Maya Shankar also talks about the illusion of continuity, which is the belief that our future selves will share the same views, perspectives, and hopes as our current selves. This is just not true because we end up growing and changing either way. So why not jumpstart that and be proactive? Actively choose the person that you want to become and go after it. Again, not endorsing like extreme parkour if you're not trained, but if you've always wanted to try something, just go after it because now is the time. Okay, that is the end of your session with Professor Millie. I hope this was helpful. Honestly guys, I was trying to overcome my own laziness to film this video, and you know what? I incorporated all 5 of my little tips because my clarity was that I want my uploads more regular, and I was like, then I need to get this video done for my viewers. And then 2, I used my routine to help me get up, like doing my makeup and all that. 3, listening to my body. I've been drinking a lot of water. 4, write down new ideas. I don't know if that's really incorporated, but I feel like I'm just like open ideating with you guys through this video. And 5, I am making a drastic change because I decided to do professor roleplay. So let me know if you liked that or if that was way too weird for you and I'm freaked the fuck out. Just let me know in the comments. That's all. I love you guys dearly. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Wait for the finals vlogs because they're coming so soon. Bye.